This is Roppongi Rocks. We are backstage in Tokyo with Gus G from Firewind.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
It's been a while indeed. Last time you were here was on a solo tour in 2017, and now you're here with Firewind.
Correct. Yep. And we've missed Japan. It's been a while. 7 years ago for me, more than 10 years for Firewind. Last tour was 2011. So here we are promoting a new album, Stand United. So
a good one it is.
Thank you. We're excited.
Excellent. And Firewind's been going for about 25, 26 years or so, on and off. And at all the time you've had various other projects. You were obviously famously in Ozzy Osbourne's band. You were in Nightrage, you toured with Arch Enemy, you were doing Dream Evil and a whole bunch of different bands and projects and things.
Yep.
Now you're focusing a lot on Firewind, it seems.
Pretty much, yeah. It's the main focus since my exit from Ozzy's band. Firewind was on a hiatus at that time, and then I went back full time, doing solo stuff as well. Jumping from one project to another. But yeah, the last 4 or 5 years we've been mainly focusing on Firewind, especially since Herbie joined the band, and this is the second album with him right now. So yeah, we've been going strong actually. This is the final stop of a world tour right now. We just been on the road for more than 2 months. We've done all over Europe, Scandinavia. We went to America, North America, and now here.
Yeah. And what's next for Firewind after this tour?
Well, we're going to take a little break this summer. We have a couple of festivals at the end of August in Europe. But yeah, we're going to do a bit of a break for a couple of months now. And then we are starting a follow-up tour, the second round basically, in September. We're starting in your country again, in Sweden. Together with Sonata Arctica. And we're going to be on the road with them for 5 weeks, September, October. And I think we're going to finish the year off in Greece.
Nice.
To play some big shows there, yeah.
Excellent. And when you, obviously Firewind is your project, your band that you've developed over the years, how different is it as an artist to perform with Firewind as opposed to working with all these other artists when you're kind of part of someone else's band or you're part of a band, but this is more your band?
Yeah, the feeling is obviously different. And it's a different type of fulfillment, knowing that the people that are there, like I've done sideman jobs, obviously most famously for Ozzy, which I loved every second of it. But my job there was different. With Firewind, yes, I'm still the guitar player, but people come to hear our songs that we wrote, and they know the history of the band, they know exactly who we are. So it's just a different vibe, man. And to me, that is priceless. And I consciously made that decision after I exited Ozzy's band to continue my own path instead of like getting another hired gun gig.
Makes sense. And speaking of Japan, where we are now, of course, almost 2 decades ago, you did a guest spot on a Sigh album. The black metal band here, Sigh, in 2005, I believe.
Yeah.
Do you remember how that came about?
Yeah, I remember. That was through my old label, Century Media, because Sigh was signed in Europe on Century Media, and my A&R guy at the time, he suggested that he forwarded the offer basically, like, hey, these guys want you to do this solo. And at that time, I was really excited to explore many things, musically, and I was playing on stuff that was either power metal or black metal or whatever, and I love music in general. And they sent me the tracks, and I thought it was cool, and I did a solo. Yeah, that was 20 years ago again.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's a while.
Yeah,
right. And do you have any dream collaborations? If we look at Firewind, and obviously Ozzy and all these, you played with a lot of famous singers and musicians, but is there someone you have not performed with that you would like to collaborate with?
Man. There could be a long list, actually. I love collaborating with talented people in general. And of course, I have my personal heroes. Like, if you ask me, I would love to jam one day with somebody like Joe Satriani or Steve Vai. Come on, these guys are top of the top, So, but, one can dream. I don't know.
Time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see.
And what I like about you, you're one of the top guitarist in Europe, famous as a guitar wizard. But unlike some other guitar wizards, in your songs, you don't overtake the beauty of the song, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because some guitarists, they just put in all sorts of guitar wankery and destroy the song.
A bit too long, huh?
Yeah, and I don't see you do that live or on the record. Is that on purpose, or how do you view that?
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, I like to write short songs, first of all. I like the good old 3.5 minutes song format, because myself as a listener, I lose interest after a while. So I don't want to put something out that I would, like, as a listener, would not listen to it or would not stand by it. So I like short songs that are catchy, they have their moment, guitar solo has its moments. I mean, my songs are like, they're busy guitar tracks anyways, even on the rhythms, and there's like bits and pieces here and there. But yeah, I don't really go and become too experimental with it. Even on my solo stuff, and I did an instrumental solo record a couple of years ago, and everybody was telling me like, oh, these are like, we're not missing the vocals, these are like songs, you can hear the guitar sing. So that is done on purpose. And when it comes to live shows, I'm pretty much the same. I like long solos and improvisations, but our show with Firewind is pretty much timed out, choreographed if you like, because we run tracks, we run lights, we have a specific route that we do. Yeah, and yeah, we like to keep it that way.
And live, what do you like most about performing live?
I guess it's the adrenaline kick that I get, and the energy that I get from the crowd. To me, that is the ultimate drug.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Well,
depends
on what kind of drugs you're talking about. So the energy from people, yeah, it's that kind of drug I'm into. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Gus.
Thank you.
This has been Roppongi Rocks. He's Gus G.